Hi, happy Friday. I'm going to just wait a few minutes to see if anybody comes on. All right. Hello, happy Friday. I'm so glad that it is finally Friday. It has been a long week, although it feels like for me it went really fast at the same time. So I don't know about you guys, but it's been a long week, but also a very quick week. So how is everybody doing? So I'm just gonna wait, see if anybody will join us tonight. So tonight is Friday. So Fridays I like to do a Q&A session. So this is where you can join live and just ask any questions that you have, typically about nutrition and performance or plant-based eating, around those topics, running, whatever that may be. This is your chance to hop on, ask any questions. So if you are just joining, let me know you are here and let me know if you have any questions. And then we will get started. So we'll wait a few minutes and see if anybody hops on and joins. So if you are here, if you're on, wave, give me a thumbs up, let me know you're here so I know who's on. And I will try my best to answer any of your questions. Let's see, no questions yet. Not many people on. Seems like Friday nights are not a good night. Everyone's out to dinner, huh? So let's see. So this weekend is quite a busy weekend for me. It is Boiler Maker Weekend. So if any of you know, if you are from the area, you will probably have heard of or know about the Boilermaker. So it is a huge race. It just came back from the expo. So awesome. I mean, it is just such an awesome community, such an awesome community event. So many vendors, so many people from the community coming out together, and it's super, super cool. So I volunteered actually for the local runners club to go to the stand at the table for the expo. So that's where I was tonight. I'll also be there tomorrow. Fortunately, since I can't run, I'm trying my best to at least still be involved and volunteer and get myself out there, so they know who I am, right? And get to know other people, since I am still fairly new to the area. So anyways, right next to us, so this is a story I just want to share with you guys since we don't have any questions yet, is Catherine Switzer. So if any of you know who she is, let me know if you're on and you know who she is. She was standing right next to our booth. Her booth was right next to us. I mean, if you don't know who she is, and if you are a woman, and if you're a female runner, you need to look her up. Catherine Switzer was right next to me and talking to us. It was amazing. I didn't get a picture with her, but I am going back tomorrow, and they'll be there too. So hopefully I can get a picture with her. But she is, if you do not know her, look her up, as I said. But she is the first woman to ever run a marathon distance, or the Boston Marathon. So 26.2 miles, right, is a marathon. So she was the first woman to run the Boston Marathon, and she was actually kicked off the running course. She was not allowed to run it because she was a woman. So she is a huge, huge advocate for women's rights. Amazing, amazing, sweet lady. So it was super, super exciting to meet her. As hard as it is for me to see so many runners, to see so much excitement, to see so many people running this race this weekend, and for me not to run is very, very hard for me. I'm really came home excited that I met Catherine, but at the same time wanting to cry because I will not be running with everybody. So something very hard that to do. But as I said, even though I can't run. I don't want to just sit at home and be miserable and cry, because that's probably what I would do, honestly, if I stayed home. I'm still going to go and be involved this weekend and volunteer as much as I can. So, yes, yeah, I think they actually grabbed her and tried to get her off the race. So, yeah, she has, yeah, she's very, very, very well known, and she loves this community. We were talking with her, and she's like, I love this community, and I guess every year she comes back to this race. Super, super exciting. She was giving out her book and signing it tonight, which was so cool. And I kept thinking, man, I need to get her book. So that was just a little story I wanted to share. So that was my Friday night. So hope everyone's Friday night's going well. So yes, you're right. Yep, they do have pictures of her getting pushed off the course. Yep. If you look it up, I'm sure you'll be able to find pictures of her. So anyways, this is a Q&A. So if you guys are on, let me know you're here. Ask me your live nutrition or running questions. All right. And I will do my best to answer them. So if you are on, let me know you're here and comment below with a question that you have for me. Yes. No questions? Man, you guys are a hard crowd. So if you're here, let me know you're here and you're on. No questions. I'm gonna have to start getting questions ahead of time before I go on these Friday nights, Friday night lives. Oh, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty amazing to meet her. It was so cool. I should have asked to take a picture with her, but hopefully I can tomorrow. So, okay, we're thinking of one. All right, keep thinking. I appreciate it. So any nutrition or running question that you have, just comment below and I'll do my best to answer your question. So this week is another week of not running, and I am just trying to hang in there, that's for sure. It is super, super tough, and to be around all these runners and be talking about running, it makes me miss it even more. But I will get back there. I am just trying to hang in and be as strong as possible to get back in the game. All right. I got a question. Yay! Okay. Does a vegan diet help people with Crohn's as opposed to any other diets? That is a very good question. Well, first, I want to say for Crohn's disease, right, you want to avoid gluten, right? So gluten is what you want to avoid. So even though vegan is a diet based around plants, right, and eliminates animal products, it does not eliminate gluten. So you can still have gluten on a vegan diet. So no, I would say it's not the best diet. But in general, any diet that you're going to be able to eat more plants is going to be beneficial for you no matter what underlying chronic disease you have. Most likely that eating more plants is going to be helpful. But Crohn specifically, that is a disease where you're going to want to eliminate gluten from your diet. So gluten is in breads, right? Bread, wheat, all those things. So can be difficult, but things that are gluten-free would be anything made with rice, right? So rice is gluten-free, rice cakes, right? Anything made with rice would be gluten-free. So yes, so no, would not be. Had to think through that question, but as I thought it through, I got it. But I don't specifically never worked with anybody with Crohn's disease. So that's something that I actually I haven't worked with anybody that's been vegan and had Crohn's disease. Okay, so it also said the GI doc says I shouldn't be eating veggies either, so I'm kind of screwed either way. So that is going to be difficult to figure out what you need to eat. So my best advice is, it sounds like you are struggling with a GI condition, right? And figuring out what you need to eat. If the GI doctor didn't give you a specific diet, or I should say diet recommendations, or referred you to a registered dietitian, I would say go to a registered dietitian that specializes in GI disorders. They can help you. They can work with you. They can figure out, knowing your underlying condition, they can figure out what you can eat. And it may be something that you just need to sit down with somebody that is a professional that knows this information, that knows enough information to be able to sit down with you and figure it out. It may just be something that you have to figure out what bothers you, what doesn't bother you, right? What can you eat? Oh, he said it doesn't bother you. Okay, so that could be a little bit harder to avoid certain things if they're not specifically bothering you. Because it's harder, because you have to have more discipline, right? If you're told not to have something because of underlying condition, you do have to have a lot of discipline, right? When I first went vegan, it's very hard to be disciplined. Very, very hard, because dairy doesn't really bother me. Dairy is not something that's really bothered me. So it was really hard to make that switch. And then for the most part, I don't have a lot of dairy, but you know, I can't say that I never had in the last 4 years had dairy. I can't say that. But certainly it's been really, really hard to be that disciplined. Gotcha. So he just said also, for the most part, just because I don't feel anything happening doesn't mean it's being done. Right. And that's good that you understand that, because that's really good to know for yourself, right? That even if it doesn't bother you, that you know that it still could be doing damage, so you need to, that's why your doctor is saying you need to avoid them. But I still would say the best thing for you to do would be to talk to a registered dietitian and see what's the best diet for you, what foods you should be eating, shouldn't be eating, those kind of things. They can certainly work with you. And you can, of course, look up information. But like I said, the best thing to do is work with a dietitian, because you can work with them one-on-one and really figure out what for you is gonna work, right? So hopefully that was helpful. That was a great question. Thank you. All right, do we have any other questions? Are any runners on? If you're a runner, raise your hand. Let me know that you're on. This weekend is a big running weekend, so it's all about running. Even though I'm not running, I am all about running this weekend. So where are my runners? Go on. Man. They all... You're welcome. It is a dead crowd tonight. I don't seem to have many people on here tonight. But thank you. So thank you for being on. Thank you for participating. Yeah, my Friday nights don't seem to be a good night for my Q&As here. So if there's not any more questions, I'm actually going to sign off tonight and not stay around too long tonight because I still have to get something to eat and get ready for tomorrow, for my day tomorrow. So I am going to get headed out, but I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. If you are running the Boilermaker, good luck, and you will do awesome. It's supposed to not be too hot. It's actually going to be a little cooler, which is super awesome. And I will talk to you guys all soon.